Good morning, everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm. And right off the bat this morning, I got to take care of something that I haven't been able to take care of because, well, I hadn't had it. And if you'll notice behind me, there's something wrong here. And that's the calendar is still set on Christmas. Well, here we are, about halfway into January. And we finally have our 2025 Cog Hill Farm calendars available. So before I do anything else, I'm going to get this calendar hung up if Biscuit will allow it. This is her window. Y'all saw in one of my most recent videos that she loves to sit in the window. As a matter of fact, I have found myself having to clean that window like you ride your dog in the car. She puts her nose up to the window and it kind of looks like when your dog rides in the car and puts his nose to the window. So Biscuit has a clean window this morning because I took care of that first off, and looks like Sylvester thinks he can hang this calendar for me. You think you can do that, buddy? Well, first thing, we gotta get 2025 rolling. All right, buddy. If you're gonna help me, you might as well find your spot. So the January picture is Mrs. Snow White, our white peacock. How fitting that she's the January image on the calendar, because she just looks like pure snow. And I still have not given up hope on having snow this year. They are predicting snow again for next week here in Alabama. So, a lot can change between now and next week, but I'm still hopeful that I get to use that sled. Another thing that has happened that's a first for us is Mr. J and Joanne, his wife, have worked diligently on creating a Cog Hill coloring book. And this is not just a coloring book. It is 50 hand-drawn illustrations with activity pages from your favorite Cog Hill characters. I don't think of this kind of coloring book being just for a kid. Of course, you say coloring books and that's what comes to mind. But I hope we can see this on camera with the way the light's coming in. But there's a little bit of everything from a word search to Brooke and Jason, all the animals, a maze, and we're so happy to be able to offer a coloring book. It's something that you guys have asked for, and you might notice my new earrings. Got to go show Peaches and Pocket something too, and that is a new shirt. It's a quilt design that has both Peaches and Pocket. We all know those two have become fast friends. So while we're discussing first today, I want to discuss a first for me. And y'all, I'm having my first colonoscopy on this week. So today is my prep day. I am not to have anything but liquids for this whole entire day. Now, it's early, so I can't tell you what the outcome's going to be like. But it's not going to be good, I can tell you that. And then this afternoon, late, I start my prep, which is, drinking that stuff. And I know they make the pills, but unfortunately that wasn't offered to me. So I will have to drink the nasty stuff and then proceed with the test tomorrow. So that's a first for me. I think Jason's waiting to see how my experience goes before he schedules his, and I kind of don't blame him. Everybody doesn't react the same way, but I think if he sees me have a bad time with it, he's going to put it off even longer. But to me, early detection is key, and if I do have anything, I don't have any problems that I know of, but if I do have anything wrong, early screening is the way to go. And it's just something that we all have to do, unfortunately. So speaking of other things that are first, y'all, we cannot be more excited to say, for the first time, all of our merchandise, all of our stuff, so to speak, coffee, honey, coloring books, wax melts, those are new. Candles, we've had candles. What am I forgetting? Books, calendars, everything that we have is coming from one location. And what that means is everybody's still doing the hard work that they've always done, but they will no longer be doing the shipping. Miss Jacqueline and Zach over at Head Family Farm have taken on the role of doing the shipping for Cog Hill Farm. So everything will be shipped out from them, one location. That means one shipping charge. Everything comes from Jacqueline. And so you guys will benefit by only paying one shipping charge on your order versus several. Pookie, you about finished over there? I have to show Pookie and Peaches their new digs. Maybe I ought to get them a t-shirt. Oh, I don't know what size they would wear though. You know, they still love each other, referring to Peaches and Pocket. You can see Pocket has some shavings on her, and that's because at night we have cameras, and in the stall you can see Pocket bedded down beside her buddy Peaches and sleep side by side. Now, there are horses that sleep standing up, but not Pocket. She makes herself very comfortable, and she lays down, and she and Peaches have sweet dreams together. Where is Peaches anyway? She finished her breakfast. Oh my! You know, y'all have said that you saw that Peaches has become more active since Pocket came. And that is definitely the case, because when she was on the other side of the barn, she didn't go very far to do her business. But y'all look how far she is. I don't even know if y'all can see this far. I'm going to zoom in a couple of times, or at least I thought I was. I always mess something up when I try to zoom it in. Jason tried to tell me to don't zoom it in. Speaking of Jason, there he is over there at the greenhouse taking care of the chickens. But y'all see Peaches? She is way over there at the end of the pasture. I don't know if she had a little bit of depression going on or what, but we had tried multiple times to have a roommate for Peaches, in which she declined every single one of them. It was on her end. Gus tried to be friends with her. She didn't want to be friends with Gus. Loretta, well, they just immediately had a sow fight. They realized real quick that they weren't going to get along, and we knew that that wasn't going to work. So she moved again, and she moved to the goat area where the donkeys are as well. She didn't like that. So here they are, y'all. The two of them getting along, and Pocket finished her eating and had to come out here and see what Peaches is up to. So the two of them are definitely getting along, and I think that this is the best thing that could have happened for both creatures. I mean, out of all this area and this pasture, Pookie comes over to where, oh, she's going to do a roll. She's got to get those shavings off of her. Peaches, if I start seeing you roll around like that, I don't know what I'm going to do. But Pocket wants to get those shavings off of her. So she's going to do. Peaches is like, what in the world are you doing? That is ridiculous. What you doing, Pookie? Roll around this morning? You gonna get to running? Jason thought I was talking to him. Now, yesterday morning, Pocket was excited. Here comes my security. Y'all are late. Something could have already happened to me. And y'all couldn't have done a thing about it because you were at home asleep. Little late, Bandit. Appreciate it, though. You don't need to come in here. Huh? What you crying for? Oh, goodness. Rocky crying, too. Y'all gonna race today? I bet that's what's happening. I bet y'all are gearing up for a good race today. All right, I'm gonna let y'all practice. There was somebody else that was feeling pretty good this morning, and that was Matilda. So I take her halter off every evening and put it back on after she eats in the morning. And this morning, she was slinging her head and she would not be still for me to get that halter back on her. And finally, I got it back on her, opened the door, and I'm telling y'all what, it was like a rodeo. She was bucking and happy and feeling good. Now, she is still on the meloxicam, which she can continue if need be, but pretty soon we need to start tapering that down, or either decide that she's gonna need to be on it longer term. Dr. D's kind of taken over from this point, and we will discuss that with him rather than Auburn. Auburn University will see her again if need be, but if she doesn't require surgery and she's just needing a steroid injection every so often, and also the meloxicam refilled, then Dr. D can handle that. Looks like I'm going to need to be getting a new hay bale for the goats very soon. They have really done a number, oh goodness, on this hay bale since Matilda has joined their herd. Now there's obviously not much grass growing right now, so the goats need the hay. Goats need hay all the time, and cows do too. And good morning, sweet girl. Are you still as happy as you were earlier? Yeah, I believe you are. Yeah, you look beautiful since I got you brushed out. Yeah, you do. Such a sweet girl. Yes, you are. Got a piece of hay hanging out of your, and you are so appreciative of all the care and love you've received since you've been here. It's just amazing to me to see the transformation. She didn't know what was next, and I'm just happy that, Tip, please. Hey, you're gonna knock me down. And then I got Matilda on this side. She's a lot stronger than you, buddy. I don't know if we want to do a push and rush over here. Time for me to get up. But yeah, she's doing really, really good. She's putting weight on that leg. Y'all can see right there. She's holding her back leg up, so that is indication that she's using those front legs to bear weight on. Now it's always going to be a little bit different than the other one, but not a whole lot we can do about the way it looks. We just want her to be as comfortable as possible and not be in pain. So I think we've accomplished that up to this point. We just got to make sure that it continues. And while we're talking about first, something happened yesterday that was a first for me. And I want to share it with you guys because I've never seen this type of display, I will call it, from, I thought he was my main man Nugget, but he's not my main man Nugget. He's Catherine's main man Nugget. So yesterday, Catherine made a quick trip over to our farm, and Nugget immediately comes to the fence because I want to turn around so y'all can see him. He has to have all the attention, and he was doing just like this when she came, which is not unusual because he's nosy. He's probably wanting my earrings today because they're dangly. I'm not going to get real close to him. Not going to have my ear ripped out this morning. So what y'all have just seen is something that I have never seen Nugget do, and that is display mating behavior. I've never seen him do that, obviously, with Goldie. We did not even know that that was possibly taking place or not. From what we've read, mating behavior between emus happens during the night, and it wouldn't be unusual for us to not see that behavior taking place. We saw a different side of our Nugget for the first time, so lots of firsts happening today. And I almost forgot to share the last first. I'm about to take Marycarl to take her first driver's permit test. She's 15, and I say first because hopefully she passes on the first try. But if she doesn't, we'll take it again until she does. But I'm about to have a driver. I don't know how I feel about that because I like to drive, but if she wants to drive, I'm going to let her. It's a time in her life where she needs to learn. I am off to the driver's license office to get Marycarl her driver's permit, and we'll update y'all on my procedure on the next video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and y'all be good.